If I lived a million lives, I would have felt a million feelings, and I still would have fallen a million times for you. I am the truth, since I am part of what is real, but neither more nor less than those around me. It is said that your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. That is true. It's called life. In what will survive may am in harmony with my annihilation. One day in my shoes and a day for me in your shoes, the beauty of travel lies in the ease and willingness to be more open. Realize that everything connects to everything else. The truth sticks in our throats with all the sauces it is served with. It will never go down until we take it without any sauce at all. Envy, after all, comes from wanting something that isn't yours. But grief comes from losing something you've already had. If you can't impress them with your argument, impress them with your actions. Thought is so cunning, so clever, that it distorts everything for its own convenience. Bringing joy to another lights 1,000 suns within. Oh, for the years I have not lived, but only dreamed of living. If you do not tell the truth about yourself, you cannot tell it about other people. I encounter one example after another of how relative truth is. I ask not for any crown, but that which all may win, nor try to conquer any world except the one within. Sometimes you just have those days where everything goes wrong, but sometimes, and totally unexpectedly, something can go right. Shoot for the moon. Even if you fail, you'll land among the stars. Sometimes the hardest part isn't letting go, but rather learning to start over. It's not always that we need to do more, but rather that we need to focus on less. Set goals that make your heart sing. Then achieving them is an experience of uplifting joy. Whatever their future, at the dawn of their lives, men seek a noble vision of man's nature and of life's potential. People know what they do. Frequently they know why they do what they do, but what they don't know is what they do does. There is nothing more beautiful than seeing a person being themselves. Imagine going through your day being unapologetically you. To see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. It is better to live one day as a lion than 100 years as a sheep. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Perfection of character is this: to live each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, without apathy, without pretense. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. I allow manipulation to find out where my enemy wants me to go. Then I use my mind to break the trap and punish the perpetrators. Many little people, in little places, doing little things, can change the world. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. Darkness ages faster than you'd think. It doesn't loiter on forever. The secret of Buddhism is to remove all ideas, all concepts, in order for the truth to have a chance to penetrate, to reveal itself. We are flawed creatures, all of us. Some of us think that means we should fix our flaws. But get rid of my flaws and there would be no one left. Lies do not lie, truth do. In the times of any act, lies lie hidden behind. It is remarkable how long men will believe in the bottomlessness of a pond without taking the trouble to sound it. You get what you give, but also what you're willing to take. One of the few things in life that cannot possibly do harm in the end is the honest pursuit of the truth. Success is not how high you have climbed, but how you make a positive difference to the world. A stone is heavy and the sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than them both. Sorrow is knowledge. They who know the most must mourn the deepest o'er the fatal truth. The tree of knowledge is not that of life. It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the inessentials. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. Learning to believe you are magnificent, and gradually to discover that you are not magnificent. Enough labor for one human life. The illiterate is not the one who has never gone to school, but the illiterate is the one who never tries to learn something by himself. Compromise brings harmony to both, happiness to none. I don't judge people. It blurs out the center of my attention, my focus, myself. It does not matter how slowly you go so long as you do not stop. The bottom line is, insults only hurt when they come from someone I respect. A loving soul was always more beautiful over the long haul, but actual prettiness was fleeting. I don't know how I look, but I know how I feel. Young, goofy, infinite. The way of success is the way of continuous pursuit of knowledge. Those who don't value their words will never value your wishes. All the darkness in the world cannot extinguish the light of a single candle. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. No boat moves an inch if the sailor has not willed the paddle. Behind every beautiful thing, there's some kind of pain. To be alone is to be different. To be different is to be alone. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Don't tie your success to anything other than what's inside you. There are 3 things all wise men fear: the sea and storm, a night with no moon, and the anger of a gentle man. You don't have to make something that people call art. Living is an artistic activity. There is an art to getting through the day. I cried because I had no shoes until I met a man who had no feet. When it rains, it pours. Maybe the art of life is to convert tough times to great experiences. We can choose to hate the rain or dance in it. If you want to be successful, you must respect one rule: never to lie to yourself. We are finite, in that we are a product and source of the infinite. Strive not to be a success, but rather to be of value. The forceps of our minds are clumsy forceps and crush the truth a little in taking hold of it. The desire to die was my one and only concern. To it I have sacrificed everything, even death. You have forgotten the one who doesn't care about ownership, who doesn't try to turn a profit from every human exchange. When your intentions are pure, so too will be your success. We live for our time. We do the deeds that change our world today. We are the people of the present, and now is what we say. For it is our scars that show us where we've been. Let them not dictate where we are going. However cozy things seemed, the facts of life were the same. You couldn't escape death. It would get us all in the end. Knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. When one experiences truth, the madness of finding fault with others disappears. Fear is oftentimes born of ignorance and misconception. It lays waste to the landscape of the soul. I have never known any distress that an hour's reading did not relieve. To live greatly, we must develop the capacity to face trouble with courage, disappointment with cheerfulness, and triumph with humility. If we admit that human life can be ruled by reason, then all possibility of life is destroyed. Oh, darling, don't be bitter. It's the first instinct of the weak. The only way to fail is to stop trying. Continue to move forward and expand as you see how your perseverance yields amazing results. There's nothing you can't do if you want it bad enough. What would come, and you would have to meet it when it did. Remember how far you've come, and you won't have to rely on a destiny for your future. It will come on your own. It's much easier to not know things sometimes. Things change and friends leave, and life doesn't stop for anybody. If you want to give yourself a fair chance to succeed, never expect too much too soon. You become mature when you become the authority of your own life. Don't tell me about your God with your words. Show me about your God with your actions. Life is a bittersweet journey, my friend, a bittersweet journey. But understanding will always require some effort. You probably wouldn't admire a friend who was good at everything if it cost her no effort. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. There are some experiences in life they haven't invented the right words for. The aim is to balance the terror of being alive with the wonder of being alive. If a man is to shed the light of the sun upon other men, he must first of all have it within himself. My heart is too thoroughly dried to be broken in a hurry, and I mean to live as long as I can. I'll never understand humans. Poison side. All of you seem to welcome our lies, but you never like it when we tell the truth. Truth is not something outside to be discovered, it is something inside to be realized. The inner fire is the most important thing mankind possesses.